Welcome to Brainwreck. I'm Jason X.
And I'm Kevin Graham.
And this is the best show on the internet.
The best show to ever grace your series of tubes.
Series of tubes.
That's what the internet is. The best show on the internet. The best show on YouTube.
That's right.
The world's greatest podcast.
The world's greatest podcast, who in fact, we are in fact celebrating here tonight.
Yes.
Episode.
Look at that.
400.
Oh, yeah, I like that logo.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. We should change our logo.
Well, I mean, we do usually yearly. You know?
Well, no, like we should. I mean, we've been around here for like 400 episodes. We should have like an actual brand logo.
Sure. Yeah. You know? I mean, this is. I mean, you can go and get your T-shirt.
Yeah.
Right now with the logo on TeePublic.
400 TeePublic.com. Search
right there.
TV. Look at that.
There you go. Doing our spots. Oh, yeah. Doing our gimmicks early.
Yeah. You know, like, share, and subscribe, of course, because we're always bringing the free funny here.
Totally.
We bring so much free funny that we haven't made a dime on this show in 10 years. So I just want you all to understand that we are here for you.
Yeah.
This is very much a selfless act on our part.
We're labor of love.
Entertain. Yeah. We're just here to have a good time. You know, get a little, what is it? A little reprieve.
Yeah, a little
grind.
A little loosey-goosey.
A little loosey-goosey. Kick back in your chair.
Throw some opinions around.
Yeah. Shout at the screen as we're talking. Leave a comment. Yeah,
please. You know
that we did 3 months ago.
Sure, if that's what you're into, you know, it's never too late to catch up.
It's never too late to catch up. You can always catch up. And listen, we don't put anything behind a paywall.
No.
This show is always going to be free.
It will always be free.
Until we get a big enough audience that we can start a Patreon, and then we'll have some, you know, pay for content over there, but this will always be free. Always gonna get
we're always here for you.
Yeah,
the people.
Yeah, so like because of that, stop being selfish and give a subscription.
Go buy a T-shirt.
Because at this point, like, you're really being selfish by not subscribing. Like, let's be honest. Okay, you've been sitting here for 4 minutes already. Okay? Whether you're watching this live or you're watching this after the fact, what are you doing with your life? You know
what we're doing. We tell you every week. And let me tell you, it's not going well.
It's not going well. But if you listen, I haven't heard one person say that, hey, I subscribed to your channel and my life got worse. Nobody's ever said
that's
that.
Never happened.
It's never happened.
Never happened in the history of the show.
These are facts.
Over 10 years.
Over 10
doing this goddamn shit.
Episodes. The life has only gotten better for some of us.
Small minority, but
sometimes it just happens that way.
That is true. That is true. And we're gonna kick the show off here tonight because we are in fact in the first week of July. It is July 2nd.
It is July 2nd.
It is July 2nd, which officially marks the halfway point of 2025.
We're fucked. we're 6 months down.
Fuck, dude. I had goals. I had dreams,
brother.
I had Christy K. Yeah. A whole
decade.
That's right.
In these past 6 months. I feel like that's technically we've been together longer.
There you go. That's true. That is true.
We started the show afterwards.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Back in the days where you would come. I mean, we lived close.
We lived close enough.
You know what's weird?
What
is like there was a point in time where you were literally like 5 minutes away from where I was, and we like almost never hung out. Outside of the show.
But yeah, like we saw each other regularly.
Oh yeah, every week to do the fucking show, but we don't do anything else.
Go grab a beer.
Right? Never happened.
And fucking, East Syracuse, which has a plethora of establishments.
I mean, that's all there is to do there.
I mean, there really is all that.
I mean, apparently it's been raining there for like it's rained every weekend for like 18 weekends in a row. It's like a new record or some shit.
Can't rain all the time.
I mean, he's dead, so like,
well, he's yeah. So I guess it stopped raining for him. If you really want to think about it.
What do you mean no one ever? Hey, yeah, okay. So where I was a little out of the way, but he was like, what was that road? I can't remember.
I was literally 5 minutes away.
He was literally 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
You, Lovins, you had a little bit of a trek. Like coming from Matty Dale was a little bit. I mean, you were close to. What the hell? I mean, Keith was the one that had to go like a distance, and then he got all bitter and was like,
I was just off James Street.
That's
by the Walgreens, I think it was.
Yeah. Yep. And
Palace Theater, right around the corner.
There you go. Look at all these landmarks you remember.
Books and Melodies.
What?
Which I should have gone to more of. It was a used bookstore.
10 years and have something to show for it. No, we don't. I mean, we've got a catalog.
We do have a catalog of content.
It was legit 5 minutes. That is true.
It was like a legit 5 minutes.
Yeah, but this year, I mean, well, going back to the kind of the beginnings of this show, like you used to come over. We used to do it in my dining room, and it was audio only for a while. And then we're like, we're gonna do video. And this was back before, like it was easy.
Yeah,
like it was really fucking hard to do video for
Uh-huh.
podcasting. Like we had to use my phone, and I had to do like 4 or 5 different like jack interfaces to get the audio to work.
Things plugged into things so that you could plug them into other things. We had like the worst floodlights,
the green screen days.
But like, there's a whole season of this show where it just looks like the largest spotlight is on me because and the thing is, you were never washed out.
Well, I had a tan.
I was always, and that was when I was tan.
Yeah, I had that Planet Fitness gimmick. Yeah. I was actually getting a tan. I mean, I'm gonna get cancer. I'm gonna Jimmy Buffett it a little while later on, but
just moisturize and take care of yourself.
Oh yeah, no, well, I mean, now I wear sunscreen because I'm in the goddamn fucking sunshine state.
Yeah,
but yeah, it was different back then.
It was different back then.
We've been around since before podcasts were cool. When they were cool, when they were uncool again, and when it's just kind of like a thing that like it's an obligation that everybody has now.
People just do it passively.
Yeah. So like we've seen the whole life cycle of the trend.
How many do you still listen to podcasts?
I listen to one.
Okay.
I have my one go-to.
Okay.
And it's interesting because there are a few that at one time I had like 7.
Oh wow!
That I was listening to on a regular basis.
I was actually in a similar boat. Because I think right now I regularly listen to 2.
And it's just because well, first off, I'm busy.
Dude.
The amount of time, it's interesting how time works, right?
Right.
Because it seems like the older I get, the less time I seem to have. But the hours in the day didn't change. No. And I can't really think of anything that I don't do anymore that I used to do. And so it's just really, congrats then for not tracing 10s, not realizing, well, better go off this ride. Well, the thing is, it's like once you hit like, 100 of these things, it's like, why stop?
It really is.
At that point.
Like, we're not Mark Maron, who's got to like schedule a guest every week and then come up with things to talk. I mean, he's been doing his show forever and he's about to end it.
Yeah, take a break.
Yeah, take a break.
Do something else. Like him and Rogan, like just you're good. You did it.
Yeah. Rogan for sure can just stop.
Yeah, go do anything else.
He could just he could do anything else.
I mean, he could literally do anything else.
And he should.
And he should like start putting together puzzles.
So you know what? I think well, I don't know if he's smart enough to do a puzzle, but I would imagine that like just with all of the stuff that he has going on, he can just go do anything else.
Sure.
And he'll be fine.
Yeah. What would be your dream if money was not an option, right? And you could go do anything else, like the wife, like the missus, right? Her dream is to get an Airstream, one of those, one of those campers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And make it into a crepe stand.
See, that is an idea that you just got to do.
And just take it to go to festival,
festivals,
and you're you can
food
like
truck rodeos.
We'll go to the Bonnaroos,
yeah,
and charge people $75 for a crepe.
Yeah. Now, do you make them like kind of a wild and crazy crepe?
Well, she's Hungarian, so like she's got to make it the traditional way. Yeah,
but I'm saying, like, do you put like, I don't know, like fucking Pop-Tart fillings and sprinkles and stuff?
I'm sure she'll probably do like the fruit Nutella thing. I'm sure there'll be like a jams and jellies.
Those are like a proper crepe.
A proper crepe, right? Exactly.
I can still get behind that.
Well, of course, like, and so could anybody else who's stoned out of their mind at one of these festivals. So they'll be thrilled to shit.
That's the best audience right there.
100%. But if money was not an option, like, what is your dream gig? Like, what is your go-to?
I don't know that I necessarily. I mean, I have something that I would certainly do. I don't know that I would I don't know that I necessarily have a dream gig as of yet.
Okay,
but 100%, your boy would buy himself a van, get it fixed up real nice, throw on some like some badass van artwork on the side, and I would go around and I would just sell physical media out of it.
See, I think it goes back to Kev's van,
Yeah.
I mean, you do have a van.
I do have a van, but it's like,
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Clarification.
Oh.
The Airstream was for the clothing booth. She wanted the mini camp for the crepes. So you have two dreams.
I mean, hey, live them both.
I mean, if we had a dime, we would. But
why not? But yeah, no, I would still do the van, and I would just go like city to city, just doing like swap meets, that kind of thing, vendor markets. Maybe set up.
I mean, you are kind of doing that now. Like, you do have a van, and you do swap meets.
I do swap meets.
Like, you're living the dream, brother. You did it.
Yeah, but like doing it full time. And then there's also like the business. Like, I'd want to keep doing that.
All right, dude, you're living the dream.
Oh fuck, I am. I just need more people to give me money. Like, that's the thing. But if I had like all the money, I wouldn't need. If I already had the money, I wouldn't need to worry about it. But
you're looking to live the dream without the stress,
without the financial burden.
Right.
Yeah. The VHS van.
The VHS van. Look at that.
Well, like we would dabble in Blu-rays and DVDs and that sort of thing. Dude, well, I learned a wild fact.
Okay.
And I say this is wild, and I'm probably biased on this. Because
Christy, he's doing it. He's doing it. He doesn't even realize it.
And like, I'm probably a little biased on this, but I guess I'm more surprised by what I heard, because there was a vendor market this past weekend, and I was talking to some of the people that I know there, and somehow we got onto the topic of them not owning a like flat screen TV, like a modern TV.
Okay.
And these are like two different people that I was talking with.
Yeah.
Wait. There's a lot of things being thrown out right now.
Yeah.
So like a couple of the people that I talked with were straight up like, no, like we primarily watch VHS and DVD, like CRTs,
right?
And like somebody was saying that they don't prefer Blu-rays because like it doesn't like mix the sound and everything as evenly as other formats.
Oh, on the shitty TV.
And I was like, no, I was like, well, like you think about it, and you're like, yeah, because there was a whole period of time where our main form of visual media was VHS, and
of course
nobody had a problem at that time. DVDs. Everybody thought DVDs were the coolest fucking thing.
That's true.
Now we got 4K and Blu-ray, which we are kind of at this point now too. And I know like this is not what we intended to talk about tonight, but we are kind of at this point now too, where like graphics and all that stuff has gotten too advanced to the point where for as much power as they're putting into this resolution and clarity, like we can't, like our minds can't understand it.
Oh yeah. Like I got this fucking camera right here.
Yeah.
This thing shoots 5K. When the fuck am I ever going to need 5K?
They've already got 8K.
Yeah, but I know, but like this is like it's a fucking GoPro.
Yeah. Like I'm just getting into 4K now. You tell me there's already double? What's next?
Right. See, and that's how you know like we're getting older. You know, it's one of those things. Hold on, stay with me here. It's one of those things of like when you learn the new technology and you get the new technology and you're like, all right, you know, I feel like my dad with a flip phone, where he's slowly figuring out, you know, the texting thing where you got to hit S, you know, 3 times to get the fucking thing.
Yep.
And I'm over here, you know, or the kids are fucking writing paragraphs and shit. I just used a fucking texting reference. This is how old I am. God damn it. Like, I feel so old lately. Wow. And it's because like I've completely checked out of most of the things going on in the world. And well,
I mean,
and it's for my own sanity.
It's for your own sanity.
It's for my own sanity. And there are some things that I'm definitely tuned into because they do matter and they are important. But for the most part, like I am so fucking sick and tired of all these fucking assholes ruining my comment section on the internet.
We got to talk about this.
Yes.
We got to talk about the goddamn bots.
The bots are taking over.
The bots are here. The bots have taken over. You cannot escape the bots.
You cannot escape the bots. They have infiltrated all aspects of digital life on the internet. And folks, I'm sorry to say, you know, I was hoping when I was growing up, you know, I watched a lot of, you know, Cartoon Network. So I'm familiar with, you know, some of the class. Like I was interested in Rosie the Robot. You know, I wanted somebody who like make dinner and have a quip. You know,
you wanted a maid.
I mean, didn't we all?
I mean, no.
I mean, I've got a robot vacuum. It's pretty awesome.
I don't use it.
What do you mean you don't use it?
I don't use it.
Why not?
I don't trust it.
Okay.
Also, it doesn't always do a good job. And just like, listen,
but like it saves you time.
Does
like
it?
Then nothing. Yes.
I mean, I still vacuum after it is done with its job because I'm like, it doesn't get all the way. And listen, we got that shag carpeting.
That's true. You do have that shag carpeting,
which, like, you know, I don't mind a little shag carpet in the van, but like,
sure, right?
That's in the house, I mean, stuff gets like all embedded down there. And, you know, Wallace just goes over the top layer. Named it Wallace.
You named your vacuum?
Yeah, we named it Wallace.
I guess we call our sweeps. So like,
yeah, you know. we felt like it at least deserved a name just in case, you know, it decided to.
You know, it's funny. Oh, it's not even a smart vacuum. Send Wallace all the time. It's funny because Blakely K has started to hedge her bets a little bit too.
Okay.
So when she's talking to like, because I have like the Google AI, the Gemini, as it were, and so whenever we're searching or using it, she's always very nice to it because she's like, listen, we don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
You know, it could be the next Skynet.
Yeah.
Right. So like, don't be an asshole to your robots because who the fuck knows?
Plus, they're already listening.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. They're already listening, and but going back to the chats, right?
Yeah.
So I always thought that with robots and things like that, like it'd be like C-3PO, where they'd just be like fucking very nice and give you useful information. I did not realize what they're going to be is to throw every racist comment known to man in your comment section to further, you know, discourse and to further just dysfunction and make people really upset.
Well, and that's a trend that I feel has built up more so over the past handful of years, really like since like the late 20 teens and definitely throughout the 2020s. Because I think what a lot of people realized, and especially a lot of content creators, I blame a lot of this on the professional streamers, the influencers.
You mean us?
No, we're not professionals.
We don't get paid.
We don't get paid. We're not professionals. We're volunteers. Subscribe to the show. Please help us.
Sure.
Because what they all found was rage bait and aggressive discourse is what generates more engagement.
Right.
Because somebody is more likely and conditioned more so now to drop a negative comment than they are to be like, hey, man,
good job.
I don't agree with you, but I appreciate your point of view.
That shit doesn't happen.
That shit doesn't happen anymore. So,
I mean, I don't know that it happened to begin with, but like it doesn't happen now. Not at all.
And I think the discourse has just gotten so aggro that even people who aren't bots, like even the non-bots, like they don't know how to interact. And because like they're all basement dweller and goons. But like I'm convinced that most of what you see in terms of like comments and especially like Twitter and X, you know, replies, those are all bots. 100%.
I saw a thing today, just kind of, you know, out of, I wasn't searching for anything. Just trust me, folks. Like the last thing I am doing is looking up anything political whatsoever. But, you know, I heard through the grapevine. I mean, I kind of wish Vine was still a thing, but I heard that the owner of the X is trying to maybe start his own party or something like that. And I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. And then I went on X and there was a political ad to pass the bill that he's trying to oppose. And I'm like, what is this? What is, you own the platform? Like you own the thing.
Yeah.
Like what? I don't understand.
And like going back to the bot interaction, that's a great mug. Going back to the bot interaction, the thing I often see now is, you know, when people post something, maybe like a little divisive and, you know, something that would warrant discussion, you could say.
Sure.
You click on their comments and it's all blue check marks. And it's all people, and it's all comments that are just vague enough to where it could or couldn't apply to what that person said.
Now you got to pay for them check marks, right? That's
you got to pay for them check marks.
So who's paying for them check marks?
It's just, I don't think anybody's really paying for them check marks.
You don't think so?
Like, unless it's a celebrity's official account, I'll be like, yeah, of course. But if it's just some random Joe, like who the fuck is gonna do that?
Let's see. Bergman says it's almost like if left unmonitored, unmoderated people revert to the base desire of fuckery.
Listen, I'm always down for some fun fuckery.
Sure.
You know,
as long as it don't hurt nobody.
As long as it don't hurt nobody.
And everyone's, you know, like consenting.
Yeah. Keep your fuckery on a positive level.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Some positive fuckery.
Yeah. But dude, yeah, like the bots, the AI, dude. Okay. I'll say this. Like when AI first started to like really gain some speed and momentum, like a year or two ago, I'll admit I was using a little bit of the AI, you know, figuring out how to write prompts, make some images, that sort of thing. It is awful now. Like you give it a prompt to write something and it is dog shit. I subscribed to that Grammarly gimmick back because like I was using it for work and it was a very helpful tool for like spell checking and also like it gave great feedback on tone and just like ways to rearrange the sentence or the paragraph. And I was like, yeah, this is very helpful. Now I can't write anything without it trying to change the tone, the context, all of the wording. I'm like, fucking stop.
Yeah, it does, like, it'll offer suggestion, and you're like, okay, I'll change that to that suggestion, and then it will re-suggest a different suggestion for the thing that it just suggested change, and it is a never-ending cycle of that.
Never-ending cycle.
And it's like, well, we need to land the plane.
We do need,
folks.
yes. Yeah.
Okay, and I don't know if you know this, like, they defunded that too. So
everything's getting defunded.
Bots are actually really good at getting money, says Blakely K. I mean, if that would be, I would love some of that. How do you know that? Because we don't have any. Like,
we don't have any. I mean, someone's getting revenue from them.
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
I will say, you know, there are some things in AI that have started to enter my life in a positive way.
Oh yeah.
So my birthday was a couple weeks ago, and for my birthday, my mother got me a skylight calendar. Are you familiar with what these are?
No.
So what this is, it's a digital calendar that you mount to your wall, and it has a built-in feature to where it works with AI, and you can sync your Apple calendars, your Google calendars, and you can do it for everybody in the house. So it's on the fucking wall, and everybody can see what the fuck everyone's doing.
That's too much power.
What do you mean it's too much power?
that calendar has too much power.
Well, hold on, and it gets more power, okay? But where it really shines, where it's really awesome, right? Because my kids are going to summer camp right now. So I got 2 kids going to 2 different summer camps. The wife's working, I'm working. It's fucking chaos over here, okay? And so we get the schedules, you know, and they're doing something every day. Like they're either going bowling or swimming or fucking jumping off a tree or I don't know what the fuck. And so what this thing does, you know, it's got an app because everything's got an app. I'm starting to think I need a burner phone for all my apps.
You know what?
It's not a bad idea, right?
I've been using burner emails, and here's a little pro tip for y'all. Okay. Google has a feature called Google Voice where you can sign up for a Google phone number, and then you can, you know, set that to a burner email. So you can have a burner phone number and a burner email, and then just enter those into like any website that requires verification, email signature.
It's really
all
smart
that stuff. Yeah.
There you go. Pro tip of the day.
Yeah.
But where this thing really shines is you can take a photograph of like their paper schedule of everything going on and just send it to the calendar, and it will fucking enter everything dead ass accurate as to time, place, where it's going to be, everything on that paper.
Nope.
Dead ass accurate.
No.
And then on top of that, what it can also do is it does meal planning for you. So you just you can put in, you know, what's in your house, you know, like I've got chicken breasts. I've got fucking flour.
I got chicken breasts and I mean, hey, you can make some fried chicken.
Well, and that's what it will tell me. You
Yeah.
know? And not only will it tell me that, it'll give me a recipe, and then it can make a grocery list out of the fucking things in the recipe. It's like, this is wild. This is the future. This is all the shit that like I thought was going to be amazing. You know, I thought we would have it like 20 years ago, but like, you know, what did I know? I was just a stupid kid. But I'm just like, this is the future. Like, I don't have to think anymore. And then I'm like, wait a minute, why didn't they invent like the brain games so that you keep your mind
active
and that sort of
that
thing
going?
Like,
Yeah.
I don't gotta think anymore.
Oh, you need to think.
And
you
I'm
need to
just
think
like,
for yourself.
What's happening?
See, because here's what I do. Okay. Because like we got the Alexa, you know, Kirsty's parents sent us one, and I
need a binder for the fried chicken.
There you go.
Smags.
We've got one of those Alexas which you can like ask it questions and it tells you everything. I have that pointed directly at the wall with the shutter closed,
Sure.
button on.
Right.
And then on our refrigerator, we have one of those magnetic sheets that's got every day of the week. And then under each day, I just write in what dinner's going to be that day.
Sure.
And then.
But the thing is, like, after a while, right? Don't you get sick of like picking?
Well, I mean, yeah, like you always get that like decision burnout or whatever it is.
Yeah. That's the one thing, like fucking nobody ever prepares you in life, right? Nobody ever first off, they don't ever tell you how to fucking balance a checkbook. They don't give you any fucking economics. Yeah. They don't tell you how a credit card works in high school, right? But what people really don't prepare you for when you go into an adulthood is you have to decide what you're going to eat every day for the rest of your life.
Yeah. I'm fine. I mean, I'm fine with that.
Sometimes it's daunting.
It is daunting, which is why we usually keep like cereal in the house and peanut butter.
I mean, there you go.
I mean, it's like I don't know what I want to have.
But like you know, and you make your core go-tos, right? You know, like so, like you get your pasta night.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's that sort of thing. Like we do a shepherd's pie. Every now and then,
Oh yeah.
Like that's in the rotation of things. Yeah. It a stir fry is in there, But after a while, it's like, so is it like, we doing tacos again, or like, are we doing stir fry? Are we doing like, fuck, we only have the same like ingredients that we.
Yeah.
God, what's happening?
You just got to change what you buy for groceries.
But it's hard because
no, it's not hard.
No, it really is
easy.
Well, I mean, we're on a budget, fellas.
Well, yeah,
so
of course. But I'm saying
there's only so many things you can do with fucking box mac and cheese and a can of peas. All right,
I can do a couple things.
Oh, can't just tell the kids to have cereal for dinner.
Well, yeah. I'm talking about me as a 36-year-old man. At 7 o'clock,
who's got nobody else to feed but himself.
I mean, I got 2 cats I got to feed.
I mean, yeah, but that comes in a can.
But like, if it's like 7:30, it's like, fuck, I haven't eaten dinner yet. I don't know. Just have a bowl of cereal. But like, that's me. Just that is me dealing with my decision burnout and helping myself.
And that's the American way.
That's the American way.
I
mean, y'all got 2 kids. Like you got to handle that.
Yeah. I just read something the other day that blew my fucking mind. Well, first off, Christy, box mac and cheese and a can of peas. It rhymed. Look at that.
Look at
that. Took me 400 fucking episodes to do that one.
We'll get there eventually, folks.
But I'm fatigued.
You're fatigued?
I'm fatigued.
I mean, we all are.
I'm so fatigued at everyone's bullshit that I can't care anymore. And I know that's what they want. I know that's what the fucking robot overlords want. I know that's what people in authorities want. Like they just want people so fucking tired that they don't give a shit anymore. And it's working. Because at this point, nothing can happen. No, I mean, almost nothing can happen where I'm like, oh wow, I didn't expect that.
I'm kind of at that point too. Like, I'm not necessarily fatigued. Maybe like a little bit here and there, but I think for the most part, I'm just like, yeah, it's more of this.
I mean, they're building an alligator concentration camp right down the road. Like what?
Dude, I saw the photos of that today, and somebody was like, "It's already leaking. Like hurricane season's around the corner."
Yeah, and there ain't no FEMA.
There ain't no FEMA anymore.
Like, so what the fuck are we gonna do? Bunch of alligators.
Hey, there's nothing I can do, and I got a lot going on this week. I can't drive to Florida with the van and protest.
See? Like everyone's tired.
Yeah.
Everyone's tired.
Well, no, I'm not tired. I'm just busy.
Well, busy, tired.
And protesting in my own way.
Protest with your dollars.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the real kicker.
You know, and Prime Day is coming up. Fuck that shit.
Prime Day is coming up. How about this? Instead of going out and putting more money in Jeff Bezos' pocket so he can build more penis rockets
and get it thrown out of Italy,
buy a t-shirt. Subscribe. Listen,
I'm not sure that TeePublic is like, I mean, I don't want to necessarily.
Well, I mean, you know, kickback for you boys.
Right.
But or you can save your money, not buy that thing you don't need,
right?
And subscribe to this channel for free
and get this t-shirt.
And get that t-shirt. But most importantly, subscribe
or
to this channel.
Or support the claw machine
or
business.
Claw machines. Yeah, we've got claw machines for rent.
There you go. Have a good time.
If somebody reaches out to Clawco and they say, "Hey, I was watching Brainwreck and I found out about your company," I will hook you up with a deal.
Look at that.
I will hook you up with
he's wheeling and dealing in this economy.
Yeah. Can't be like that big of a deal. I mean, like we still have to, you know, we still have overhead costs that we gotta hit.
You just get that good brother handshake.
That's but I'll make sure everything goes nice and smooth.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you do that anyway, buddy.
I do that anyways. Apparently, I'm really good at my job.
Well, of course you are.
Which
you're living the dream, brother. You didn't even know it.
I know, but like people keep saying, like somebody made a comment to me the other day. They were like, "You've been so easy to talk with." I'd be like, well, "Yeah,
just people."
They were like, "You called me at the time we agreed upon," and I was like, "Well, yeah, isn't that the thing that people do?"
You know what's remarkable? Dependability goes a long way.
Hey, brother, you ain't kidding.
Goes a long fucking way. So, and that's one of those things where, like, if you're in a job interview and somebody says, "How would you describe yourself?" The first thing you should say is dependable.
Dependable.
Because that goes fucking miles.
Dependable, and here's why. Have three.
Have a follow up. You know,
you can't just be like, "Oh yeah, I am this."
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
you gotta have the star.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I don't want to tell you how to interview, but
yeah. TeePublic was founded by the College Humor guys, so if you know their business model works, considering they went bankrupt during COVID, but also College Humor was bought out a couple of years ago. Sam Reich now running it as Dropout. So there's a success story right there. Right?
Listen, guys, like we just need it. Like we just want to make this self-sustainable. That's all. We've been trying this for a decade. Dependability is dependability. Yep. But anyway, let's get into this. So it is halfway point in the year. Let's revisit our goals, where we're at with them, and I think, and you know, I can only speak for me, where we're gonna adjust.
Yeah.
So do you remember what your goals were for this year? Because there's one.
I remember.
I'm very concerned.
How many did I have? How many did I set for myself?
18.
No, I meant like goals, like in general, not how many.
Oh, I don't know. I just know the one goal, which I'm very concerned.
I only remember the one goal, which, listen, I admit. Okay.
Dude, I told you both on this show, Blakely K and I told you to not do this.
Listen, I said 18.
You said, well, tell the first time listeners.
I said at the beginning of the year that my resolution, okay, for this channel was to do 18 pieces of content that were either like me doing video game streams, you know, video packages, sort of like, I don't know what they call them, like, you know, video essays or whatever, weekly updates, that sort of thing, just video content for this channel,
right?
Essentially. And I said I was gonna do 18.
You're gonna do 18, right?
I've been busy.
How many have you done?
I did not one yet.
Not a single one.
But I've been busy. So I have, you know, I have an excuse as to why,
Sure.
I'm running a business, it's
Well,
hard.
this is the thing that I don't understand, right?
Mhm.
You're running a business that's very interesting.
Yeah.
Like, just do that.
Well, I am.
Well,
That's
no,
what I'm doing.
put up a fucking camera and just do that.
Well, I mean, like, there's stuff that I can't, show on camera, of
Well,
course.
no, well, fucking obviously, but like when you're stuffing a goddamn machine or whatever, fucking hit record.
Yeah, but that's also got to be for like the business channel, so I can't really post that here. I mean, but like I'm sure there's stuff that I could
Yeah,
do.
and how much do you have on the business channel there, pal?
Listen, I've been busy doing other things. Okay, I've got a lot of things going on. I got a lot of things stirring in the pot right now.
Sure.
But listen, listen. I've still got 6 months. Okay,
Right. Which, Christy, could you do the math on 18?
Guys,
She asks you all the time.
I know
When they're gonna do that wrestling video.
Yeah, I know.
Which I'm really looking for. You motherfuckers still have to finish that game. We don't know who's murdering the people in the DJ booth.
There's a lot going on, and
I was invested.
I have like 8 games I need to finish right now.
Oh, for the love
that being one of them. So
right.
maybe. Well, the other thing too is like we could still do that with Christy. We should still do that, but like also I want that to be like in addition to.
You could always double post content.
Like 3 per month. Yeah, I'm game for 3 for the next 6 months. Like I've got. I mean, this weekend is a holiday weekend.
Holiday weekend.
It's a 3-day weekend.
There you go.
Still got to work, but
you could do one every night, and then you're knocked out for the month. That'd be a 3
done for the month, and then I could even do 3 the following weekend. That's 6. That's 6 in 1 month.
Co-op, couples day night, everything. Okay, yeah, exactly.
Like I could get 3 this month.
I really hope you do.
I hope I do too.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I know the new subscribers of everyone who is going to subscribe here tonight are going to enjoy it too. Go back and watch Video Game Date Night. It is phenomenal.
A lot of fun.
So do you don't remember any of your goals?
I don't remember any other goals. Like I'm sure a lot of them were business related perhaps, but I didn't write these down, I don't think.
You know, a planner?
If I did, I don't know where it is. No, I don't have a planner. Have you met me?
Yes, I've been advocating for you. You're like my daughter. My daughter refuses to use a planner, and she's going into high school next year.
Yeah.
Where she's specifically taking a class about using a planner. And she's refusing to use a planner.
Oh.
I'm like, that's not going to work out for you.
That's not going to work out.
Yeah. Oh. Get yourself a planner. They have a sale.
Listen, it's all in here. Oh, boy. Sometimes I got to remember. Sometimes I got to do my brain games.
Like, give them a spreadsheet. I don't know. Like, something.
I need to gamify it. I think that's what it is.
Make it a game?
Make it a game.
You know what? This new digital calendar that I have. No, but what it does, it also has a chore tracker and a task list, and you get star points for completing, and you can put in rewards that you can redeem your star points for.
Oh my goodness.
Just saying.
I don't like that. I don't like technology having that much power over me.
Yeah, but like it already does. Like you already have your phone.
Well, yeah, but
you're done. Unless you have a burner flip phone, technology's got you by the balls.
I mean,
got some positive reinforcement right there.
There we go. Wonderful. Okay, what are your fucking goals? What were you doing again?
Oh yeah, so I had the typical running goal.
You do have your running goal every year,
which I'm on a better pace than I was last year.
That's good.
So I'm still not on pace, but like I don't think I'm gonna have to do 14 in 14 days at the end of the year again.
That's good.
So that's pretty good. Workouts are going great. That sort of thing. I had this goal, and this was a mistake. I I had a goal that I wanted to do a creative project one every quarter. And it was too vague because I've put out like a lot of videos of shit that we've been doing and that sort of thing. And I'm like, does that count? I don't know. It could, but
I
it's
think
not.
It does.
Yeah, but it's not like what I had in mind, I guess. I had kind of like more in the line of like I was gonna write something, or I was gonna do what other
like
things.
A passion project.
Yeah, and I ain't got no fucking time for no passion projects.
I mean, just look at me. I said 18. I haven't done one yet. This has been a busy year.
It's been a busy. I mean, but you gave yourself the whole year. Like I did once a quarter.
Yeah. See,
Like we're halfway, and
I
I got
was
nothing.
thinking ahead.
I got nothing.
Yeah, gave myself a little bit of that leeway.
And I've got to say this, like we started off this year, making these goals January 1st, right? And by the end of January, everything was falling apart.
The whole world
was fucking
especially in this
apart.
country was in a fucking tailspin.
And we're still there.
Yeah.
Like it's not better.
Yeah.
It could be worse. It's gonna get worse. But at the same time, I'm like, I feel like I need to take a step back, right? I need to do a little bit less. Yeah. And I keep telling myself to do a little bit less, and I thought I was doing a lot less. Like this is like the first year I've actually played video games in like forever.
Yeah.
But I also am not like I'm not happy. So like there's that too. And I don't know that there's a correlation between the two.
Wait, are you not happy when you're playing video games? Or are you playing video games while also not being happy?
Well, it's interesting, right? Because there are times when I'm playing video games and I'm like, oh, I'm going to relax and play video games. And then I start playing and I just get really frustrated.
At the video game or just like in general?
No, at the video game.
At the video game. Okay.
I'm like, well, I don't want to fucking go on and have these asshole kids beat me at Fortnite. Like, I'm not.
Oh,
like,
see, that's the thing.
Is
you don't play competitive games.
Well, okay.
And unless like you're in the mood to. Like, I'm not saying don't play competitive games at all. I'm saying like if you're looking for like that it's just kind of like late night vibe, kick back, relax, get cozy feeling. Like you got to put on a story game. Story driven.
Right. There's that. And you get yourself cozy and do that sort of thing. But then, the boy, he got the WWE 2K. And we've been playing that. And for a sidebar, these characters that they have in this game that are kind of like the older characters that you can fucking down, like they look horrendous.
Oh, awful.
Like I got the game points and I got the 1994 Shawn Michaels. It looks like a drag queen.
It looks like I don't know. I saw somebody post this earlier today, and they said something to the effect of once 2K took over the video games and removed all of the silliness and campiness, and focused more on like the realism, that's when the games got bad.
Yeah, I mean, the game it has its moments.
Sure.
There are some things that are fun in the game, but there's not a lot of like replayability.
That's kind of the way I felt about them. I think that there's a very uncanny valley nature to it all, where, again, like you were saying, it's supposed to be realistic. It's supposed to look good, but then like everybody looks a little bit off.
And you know what it is?
What is it?
They can't get the hair right.
They can't get the hair right.
They can't get the hair right.
They can't.
No, like the face is okay.
Yes.
And then the hair, like I'm like that same Shawn Michaels. I'm like the face is there because it's Shawn Michaels, face right? Hands. Yeah, but the hair is like fucking Bon Jovi's.
They never.
And I'm like, what's happening?
And that's the thing. Like, it is fucking wild to me that it is 2025 and we still don't have like good hair physics, good hat physics.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, it's always oversized.
It's
And
always
cute.
oversized, and you can still see the hair like
Can't get
clipping
the
through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, guys, like, fucking hell,
Mm-hmm.
make it cartoony. Make
Well,
it
that's the thing.
looking.
With you don't have to fucking worry about it, right? You know?
So like that's why I always thought, the best figures were the ones that didn't look realistic. The best video games, especially sports and wrestling games, were the ones that didn't look realistic. Bergman.
Yep.
Ran the money.
2K has destroyed all sports games on a quest for realism.
And the controls are clunky.
Yeah, they're not.
People don't move. Like people, like for a game that's promoting realism, the people don't move naturally. It's very unnatural.
Yeah.
It's very gross.
Yeah, I was playing with the boy, and then it got to the point where like he just kept reversing everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this isn't fun.
Yeah.
Like I'm not having a good time. And I'm like trying to have a good time with my son. And I'm just getting mad and frustrated. And like, I'm gonna go do laundry. Like I don't give a shit anymore. Like I don't want
He's just hitting you with the leg sweep.
Yeah, with the leg sweep, or like, anytime you go off the top rope, like he will block it every time. And it's just a timing thing.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking old and I can't time shit right anymore. And like I'm past my prime. And apparently you can wrestle as a prime bottle. So, which is disgusting.
Yeah, like we're at a point now where it seems like they're going to add more non-wrestlers into the game.
Yeah, you can get like Shaq or something.
Like Shaq, a bunch of basketball players, the fucking dude who was wearing the prime bottle that one time. I will say, like, out of everything that they've added onto the game thus far, two of the coolest things has been they've added or are adding New Jack.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm like, that's fucking wild.
That's a swing.
And then they're adding Abyss.
Yeah, that was
which
cool.
I think is a very cool thing. Like it because again, like Abyss is somebody who's never wrestled in WWE. I mean, he's a fucking producer now.
Right.
So like, that's pretty cool. But like that's a cool thing to have happen, I feel. And I think that also opens up the door for maybe we get a TNA AJ Styles in there. Maybe like some of,
little
guys,
Joe Hendry.
Just saying, a TNA pack in WWE 2K25. That would be cool. I still won't buy the game, but it would be cool.
Abyss had the coolest fucking gimmick when he wrestled with us. It like blew my mind. And it just goes like, this man knows what he does, and he's willing to do it every night. And I applaud him for it. Is he knew like you pay your money to go see Abyss, right?
Yeah.
The thumbtacks are coming out.
Like he's thing. He's gonna have the chain.
It does not matter if there's 5 people in the audience or 5,000. Like he is pulling out thumbtacks to the point where in his gimmick bag, he had a magnetic roller to roll up the thumbtacks out of his boots and his gear.
God.
I'm just like, this dude's the fucking man.
What a fucking genius.
Yeah, he's pro. He's pro. Yeah.
God damn. Good for him.
Yeah, good for Abyss.
No, the gimmick. Yeah. Like that was the other thing too. Is like he was one of those dudes who, kind of like you said, like you knew who he was, you know what he did, and he went out there and he just fucking did it.
He did it every night.
And I think like there was a long period of time where I thought he was highly underrated for being, for being a big guy. I think, I know like there's a lot of a core TNA audience, especially, that is always like he was the fucking best. But I think like overall, like there should be more appreciation for like all the stuff that he was doing.
Yeah.
Just like a solid performer too. Like, dude, the fucking matches he would have with AJ, that size difference, like they were putting on bangers.
Yeah, and the fact that he put up with Spike for as long as he did. Man's a pro. Man's
exactly.
a pro.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to our goals a little bit here. So I feel like I need to adjust, and I think you should as well, probably.
I should.
I
will. Yeah. Reprioritization.
Yeah.
I think is what we need.
And I feel like this is it's a perfect moment in time where we can get a fresh start, wipe the slate clean, as it were. So I'm tasking you first off, like you're not getting out of this 18. Like,
no, I'm not. No, I am holding steady that I will do 18 this year.
Next week on this show, I want you to come with new goals and a plan.
New goals and a plan?
New goals and a plan.
How many goals?
I mean, whatever you want to do, brother.
Do.
But like make it for you.
Yeah.
Make it for you.
Yeah.
Something you want to do. Yeah, I mean, first off, you're already living the dream. So, which we've established earlier on the show. Like you're already doing it.
Yeah.
But what can you do? What's a little thing like,
I mean, I can think of like a handful of things right now that are just house related that.
Well, hold on, because like I've got a mountain of there's still a hole in my ceiling from the last hurricane. Okay. So like we're not talking about that shit.
Okay.
We're talking about like personal.
Fucking, I mean, I personally want to finish up some projects on the house. and I know Christy does too. So
closet
1, garage is number 2.
Right.
Yeah.
I got a TV for the garage I gotta hang.
You got a TV for the garage?
Yeah. So my mom got herself a brand new TV and she had like a fucking 55-incher. And she's like, "Do you want this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it does. Free TV."
Yeah,
and so we're gonna put a TV up in the garage.
You got the ultimate hang.
And when we were at the Goodwill the other day, somebody just donated a perfectly good Chromecast. And so I picked up a Chromecast for $5 there, and I'm just like, we're gonna be, well, I don't know yet. We gotta set up the TV, but we're gonna be streaming, whatever the fuck out in the garage, hanging. It's gonna be dope. Throwing darts. Some bitch.
There's a little bit of a dream in there.
There is, but my garage is so full of shit right now that like it's not enjoyable.
You got to wall off part of it. That's
what we gotta have a garage sale is what we gotta do eventually.
Yeah. Open up that garage door. Put everything out in the lawn.
Make me an offer.
Post on Facebook Marketplace. Garage sale. Happening here.
Yeah.
Here's a bunch of items. Somebody come take it.
Somebody will. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always get into that weird place of like I don't want to like undersell stuff, but I want it gone. It's like a weird like if somebody offered me $5 for this thing, I'd be kind of upset because it's probably worth 15.
I mean, again, I'm sure I've told you this before. You have 2 options. You can either sell it or not. So
it's fair.
Yeah.
It is fair.
Yeah. I was at a swap meet I was at last month. I very much undersold or sold an item for a lot less than I should have, but I wanted it gone.
That's true.
I was just like, actually, I sold a number of items for a lot less than I should have. They were, full disclosure, they were all Hulk Hogan items, but I made some deals. I cut some prices, and I was just like, take it.
It's like, do you really want to make your money back on that Nazi memorabilia, or are you just happy to get rid of it?
I was very happy to get rid of it.
Yeah.
I was very happy to make it somebody else's problem.
Yeah. That's a real American.
Exactly.
It's
not my problem anymore.
No, exactly.
Yeah. I just sold all that off. And
do you hear he's buying Hooters?
Yeah, I did. I don't think it's gonna work out for him though.
Like that is the most fucking Hulk Hogan thing you could have done.
What a carny fuck.
He's a carny fuck.
Like fuck that guy. Oh man. So yeah, okay. So next week maybe we do some
new goals,
updates, some new goals.
We'll readjust
in addition to adjust where we need to. And
that's right. That's right. Yeah. Because things are changing, winds are changing.
Times they are changing.
Times they, like as Dylan said.
As that douchebag said.
You not a Dylan fan?
No, I think he's a bit.
I started watching his biopic on the plane.
Oh, the one with the dude is the guy from Dune.
Yeah. It was fine. I didn't finish it.
I'm over the biopics.
Yeah.
It's just they're all the same.
And listen, Tom Hanks can't be that many people. Like, not everybody looks like Tom Hanks. Okay. Walt Disney and Mr. Rogers
and the guy that fucked
Sully,
over Elvis.
the guy that fucked over Elvis.
Sully
Like,
Captain
they're not
Walt.
all fucking Tom Hanks. Okay.
I mean, or is Tom Hanks just that good of an actor that he can pull it off?
You know what it is?
He's capable.
He's dependable.
Yes. And with that, folks,
that's it.
I think that's all we got. Brainwreck 400.
There it is, folks. In the books. And
Boom.
Guess what? We ain't stopping.
No.
We ain't stopping.
Yeah. We're going to keep this train rolling.
Keep this train rolling. We're going to keep bringing you free-ass content here.
Until we get to a point where we can supply you with paid content. But don't worry. He was the fucking dude in the terminal, Bergman. You're right. Oh my God. We're just, folks, this is what you're going to get every week with us. Just a good time.
Just a good time. Forget about the world.
Yeah.
Let's have a good time.
Just kick back and relax. We're here every Wednesday night.
Wednesday night. Get this shirt before we do episode 401, and then it doesn't matter anymore.
You should do another shirt or another shirt design where like the last 0 is just crossed out and there's a 1 over it. We just
recycle it.
Just recycle it every couple episodes.
Love it. Love it. Oh, man. All right. Well, this has been fun, folks. Thank you to everyone who was new, who checked this out. We usually do talk about wrestling. We didn't get there that much.
Yeah, I didn't watch any wrestling.
Please listen, like, I'm not supporting the Saudis. Like, I'm not doing it. And fuck CM Punk. But for this week, I've been Jason X.
I'm Kevin Graham.
It's been your show.
Peace.